What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Purple and Gold podcast. And I am recording this right after my Jacksonville Jaguars mock draft video. And if you haven't seen that, you should probably go and check that one out. That was a pretty damn good mock draft, if you ask me. But yeah, back to back mock draft videos I am recording right now. I don't know when this one's going to be posted, but we're going to go ahead and do this random wheel spin and yeah, get straight into this and do another 3-round mock draft for whatever lucky team it is today. So we have the New York Giants. So we're going to go ahead, find their depth chart, and see what this team currently looks like. So obviously you have a situation with Daniel Jones. Now, from what it looks like, okay, I'm not a Daniel Jones guy, but I know Dave Gettleman and the rest of that organization is. So let's just say for now, Daniel Jones is not a need, even though it is, and move on from there. But you look at this entire offense, and there are just a ton of weapons. I mean, you look at the starters, right? It's Barkley, Galladay, Shepard, Slayton, Engram, and then you look after that, right? You have John Ross, who has potential, right? And then you have Kyle Rudolph too. So that's fantastic. And then the offensive line definitely could use some help. I don't know why it says Andrew Thomas is a second string. Is that really the case? I have no idea. And even Will Hernandez. So I'm gonna just say that guard and tackle aren't as much of a need. You're gonna have Solder and Thomas, and then you're gonna have Fulton and Hernandez. And I think Nick Gates also had a pretty solid year for the Giants. And then take a look. They have a base 3-4 defense. Dexter Lawrence, Danny Shelton, Leonard Williams. That's a good front. And then you have Lorenzo Carter, Ifadio Denebo, Reggie Ragland, and Blake Martinez. Now, you go over those four names, that looks like the weakest part of the team. So, an edge rusher and a middle linebacker is probably the keys to focus on here. And then also we have the corners, James Bradbury, one of the best, most underrated players in the entire league. Adoree Jackson, he still needs to prove himself. And then we have Darnay Holmes, who also had a pretty solid under the radar year, and Julian Love. And then after that, you have Jabril Peppers, Logan Ryan, and Xavier McKinney. So, as bad as this team was, which I think they went 6-10 last year, a pretty solid roster nonetheless. And it's all dependent on Daniel Jones, but now he has no excuses. And let's just get into this thing and help out Daniel Jones a little bit more. So, the Giants here, 3 rounds. Let's get this thing started here. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Penei Sewell, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Kyle Pitts, Justin Fields. What is up with this Justin Fields sliding and everything like that? Oh, sad. Okay. Anyway, because I think Justin Fields is going to be great. Okay. Taking a look what's on the board here. Like I said, we want edge rushers. We want linebackers. Let's see what the team needs are here. Tight end, no. Cornerback, no. Wide receiver, no. Interior offensive lineman, I can kind of agree with here, but did Parsons not go yet? Let's see. Linebacker. I don't remember calling his name. Yeah, Micah Parsons is still here. Now, my bold take of this year's draft is I believe that Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah will actually be better than Micah Parsons. I just think Micah Parsons is one of those. I mean, oh God, I look at him and I think of Isaiah Simmons, and he's just not getting the same publicity because Penn State hasn't been as good recently, so they're not getting as many televised games. But they have the same exact 40 time, and they have very similar attributes. And the way that Isaiah Simmons is playing now in the NFL, I just hope it doesn't happen to Parsons too, but it could happen if a guy is so versatile and a team just doesn't know what to do with him. But I think what the Giants did defensively this year, they made a really bad defense look really good. And I think you get a guy like this who has tons of talent, tons of speed. He has everything he needs to be an NFL linebacker. I think Micah Parsons would be a great fit here at number 11. Put him alongside Blake Martinez, That's a pretty good middle linebacker group there. So Micah Parsons is the pick here at number 11. Um, I'm not gonna lie, didn't see too many Giants games this year. I did see when Wayne Gallman went absolutely insane against the Seattle Seahawks, so that was a fun game to watch because as a Vikings fan, not very happy with the games that we have against Seattle because I don't think we've beaten them in 10 years, but we play them again this year. Anyway, back to where we were at. This is a Giants mock draft, so let's focus on the Giants here. Woo! Wow! Okay, so our safeties, right? We went over. Let's put it up again. Jabril Peppers, Logan Ryan, Julian Love, Xavier McKinney. We could definitely use a Trevon Moehrig, right? Because he's just a stud, but we don't need him. So, interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's see what's on the board here. See, I'm thinking we take another offensive lineman because I know that Zach Fulton is not the greatest guard in the world, and I don't think Shane Luminol is either. I can't be 100% positive on that. Let's take a look. Do we want an edge rusher here? Let's take a look at the edge group. So, still here. Ooh! Gregory Rousseau is still here. I don't think I can turn down that. I really don't. I know he didn't look that good, but I think if he gets back into condition and shape, which I think he will. Ooh, this could be a good pick. And then we could go possibly for an offensive lineman in the third round. Let's do that. So we get the edge rusher, we get the linebacker, the defense looking pretty complete now. Gregory Rousseau, let's bring him here to the New York Football Giants, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So now here we await our third round pick. I hope we have one. A lot of trades have already happened during this offseason, so very fun. So I just don't know who has what pick. And yes, we do have a pick. It's number 76. Levi Onwuzurike goes. Here we go. What will we have on the board here? All right. 76 overall. I want to look for an interior offensive lineman. Okay, so here, there's Quinn Mearnez, Josh Myers, Trey Smith. I'm a Ben Cleveland guy. I am a Ben Cleveland guy. He's a pretty solid guard. I think I'm going to take him. I don't know how Giants fans feel about this, but just looking at what the offensive line looks like now, at least for the interior guys, looks like they could use an upgrade there. And why not protect your franchise QB? Because I know a thing or two about a team who doesn't know how to protect their franchise QB, and it's hurt. So, whew. Let's just look at all of the options on the board one more time. We do not need an interior defensive lineman. We do not need a safety. We do not need a tight end. We do not need wide receivers. Yeah, I think the pick right here for us is going to be Ben Cleveland from Georgia. And I think a lot of Georgia fans will tell you that this is a solid player coming into the draft. This draft is significantly better than last year's one. I know last year's one had a couple of studs, Justin Jefferson, Justin Herbert, Chase Young, but this one, I mean, you're going to have, I want to say, at least 10 guys in the second round that could potentially be first round talents. So, really depthy class. All right, so we're going to just review our draft after 3 rounds here today. And I would say that this is a pretty successful draft if you're the Giants. First, you go out and you get an athletic linebacker in Micah Parsons. And then in round 2, you go and get that edge rusher, Gregory Rousseau. And, you know, I don't know if he's going to be here at 42, but a lot of guys have had him drop in stock for them. So it is a high possibility that Greg Rousseau does fall to the second round. And if you can get him at 42, I think that is a huge value pick. And then you get Ben Cleveland to protect Daniel Jones. And I think that that is a pretty solid first 3 rounds. And if you're a Giants fan, do you like this? Let me know in the comment section below. Even if you're not a Giants fan, do you think this looks like a good draft? I think this is pretty solid. And yeah, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like button, go check out the Instagram at vikings.pgp, and yeah, I'll see you guys all later.